In today's video, we are racing at the old Spa circuit with the old bus stop, and I have a treat for you guys. Today, we're comparing and driving the 2004 Ferrari with the V10 versus the 2011 Red Bull RB7 with the V8 and the 2020 Mercedes W11 with the V6, aka the best of each generation of engine in the last 20 years and the fastest cars as well at the same time. So I've done two other episodes of this at Silverstone with the old layout and the old kind of bridge section, and also the old Hockenheim, which was the most recent one through the forest. So links in the top right and down below for those episodes as well. But let's get into this one. I am very excited. Here we go, approaching the new, or well, let's say the old actually, bus stop chicane of course. The 2004-5 version, which was a bit more pronounced than the original. You can see the old one on the left there, that's how it used to be, but in 2004-5 it got slowed down a lot more, made a lot wider. But let's start that then, and let's see what our first banker can be. I've already done a little bit of practice, so we should be relatively up to speed. Down to turn one. Down to first gear, off camber. Using the traction control, absolutely flat. As we now plunge down the hill towards Eau Rouge and Radion. Easy flat. I am running a completely default setup by the way, so we'll do setup changes and everything after this. As you can see, we're already on the limiter, so we're going to have to extend the gear ratios. Down to Lacom on the brakes. Third gear. Patience. Keep it in third through Malmedy. Only got 7 gears. Down into turn 8. Down to second gear, which feels very weird compared to what we use nowadays. Up to fourth quickly, back down to third for No Name. Picking up a bit of understeer there. As we now go towards Pouon. One downshift. And a pretty big lift to try and make the corner. I think we're on the hard tyres though, so we'll definitely go faster on softs. Find the chicane. Third gear. Patience through there. Open the left. On the power. Backhand snaps away. Stavlo. Third gear. Back on the gas. Flat out through the second one. And now we take a breather. As we get ready for the bus stop, we're going to have to open up the line a bit to straight line brake. Down to first gear is what we're going to want to look for. Easy flat. We're going to open up the line. Straight line brake. Oh, a bit too much there. We've got the brake bias on the rear as well, which is going to lock the rears. Let's try and finish the lap though. Up to the line. 47.7. Now on this layout, they didn't do it for long and there was a lot of rain, but the unofficial lap record is a 45.1 I believe from Raikkonen in 2004 in the race. So that's a target we're aiming for here today. Now I can tell you straight away the car is much quicker now with the adjustments. We've kept the suspension and all that, the default value. I've just basically dropped all the fuel because this car was really heavy, 80 litres of fuel. We've dropped it to 10 litres now, so the car's super light. I've dropped the wings a little bit, I've extended the gear ratios and also reduced the wings a little bit so we're a bit faster on the straight. And then yeah, just some other fine details, but the car should be a lot better now. We should be using some higher gears as well. So let's find out. 45.1 to aim for. Let's get into it. Let's try now this first part of the lap. Down to turn 1. Easy does it. Lock of the rears. That was perfect through there. On the gas. I've kept the traction control the same. I've not put any higher or lower. I'm quite happy with how it feels. I'm getting so much nostalgia with this, by the way. F2004 was the first game I played on the PS2, and this was my combo, my go-to. Michael, Ferrari, Spa. So this is bringing it all back, but in modern gaming terms. Third gear into Lacom. Bit less wings, so it's going to be harder, but we've got less fuel so we can floor the power out there. Down to turn 8, this time keeping it in third gear as we have a lighter car. Into No Name. I'm going to try and go in a bit earlier. Bottoming out the curve, but this time not losing as much time. Pouon. What a difference. Way more speed carried there with the lighter car. Soft tyres of course on as well, which makes a big difference. Third gear, quickly back up to fourth as the car was a bit unstable. Oh, look at the rear tyres getting hot. Damn it. That's ruined the lap. I think we was about 2 seconds up. I don't think we'll even improve now because of that. I'll knock the brake bias up to 55 actually with those changes, but that might just ruin the lap for us. We'll try and improve. We're still up a little bit. Nice and tidy through there. First gear, patience. All right, up to the line. This will be an improvement as we kept the bus stop tidy. 46.0. So we have to find 9/10 to equal the lap record. A full second to beat it. Let's do it. There we go, 44.3. I reckon we could maybe get into the 43s if I sweat this a lot, but we've got to crack on. We've got other cars to try. It's a very long lap, so on to the Red Bull. Let's see how that car goes. All right, car number 2 then, the Red Bull RB7 from Sebastian Vettel, the all-conquering Red Bull RB7. Of course, you can make a case for the RB9 as well. But anyway, this time, V8 machine underneath us. Unfortunately, I don't have the helmet, which is a shame, but still, the car itself is awesome. And we're going to see what it's like. I'm expecting to struggle a bit in the straight. Of course, we have DRS, which we are going to use because you guys said to me before in the comments that I should use it. So we're going to go ahead and take advantage, but we'll find out. I think this could take P1 possibly flat. Worth noting, this car also doesn't have traction control, unlike the Ferrari, so we're going to have to be a bit more wary of where we, deploy the lower gears. Oh no, it's not flat. No, it's not. Okay, I've made some adjustments to the car. I've brought the gear ratios back a little bit so that we're in 7th gear a bit more often. And I've also just added a bit more front wing. Let's try again as we drift our way through. We're going to open DRS on the main straight. I've got a bit of a reference time to aim for, at least for half a lap. Turn 1. Easy does it. Keep it steady. There we go. Right, now we can take a break. All flat. This car is a bit of a handful to drive compared to the F2004. This time in 7th gear, as you can see, upper rouge. And now with the DRS, we should hit a decent top speed. 312, 15. Okay, 318, that's not bad. Into late com now. Easy on the throttle. Not quite flat as we have no traction control. Turn 8. No lock up this time. Briefly in 2nd, back up to 3rd. Through turn 9, nice and tidy. Up by a fraction as we now head into P1. There we go, that's much better. Scrubbing off a bit more speed, keeping it nice and tight. into the Fania chicane. Keep it in fourth. Easy on the exit. Stavlo, down a gear. Tip the nose in. Back on the gas. And that will be flat for a little while. We'll hit 7th gear. And we'll probably hit around 300 Ks probably. If we're lucky. Blanchimont. Try and scrub off the least amount of straight line speed possible. And now prepare the braking for the bus stop. Easy does it. 2nd gear. 2nd apex. DRS open. Up to the line. And it's going to be a 48.9. Well, there's not a lot more I can do about that. We'll go for a sweat lap. And we'll see what we can do. But I don't think we're going to dip under a 48 with this. Oh, there we go, 46.8. I decided to change my mind and I used DRS throughout the entire lap as they would do in 2011. The DRS is very sensitive on this car. If you have it open for a corner, even just a slight kink, the car just wants to go, so I had to shut it through Blanchimont and Eau Rouge. There was no chance of me keeping it open. But there we go, 46.8 for the RB7. Now let's go for the W11. Here we are, the W11. Let's find out, let's compare, and let's have some fun. So, this is probably the fastest F1 car of all time, of course. The all-conquering W11 Mercedes from 2020. Of course, this car is renowned, especially at this circuit, because it took Pouhon absolutely flat. And that is going to be the objective in this one here today. Now, in these videos, usually I compare the cars to a 2022 V6, but for this one, I'll make an exception because, like I said, that iconic flat-out Pouhon is something that we have to test out. So, let's find out and let's see what we can do. We're going to do a quick little dummy run on the installation app, although I've got no brakes. By the looks of it, I've just run completely into the gravel there, so that's not going to help my tyres. Hopefully they clean up in time before we get to Pouhon. Every car's different, so it's taken me a while to adapt to each one. But yeah, let's do a dummy run here real quick and see. Okay, yeah, this could be flat quite easily. About to find out. Anyway, let's get onto the lap. Oh, here we go then. Let's go for balance high and motor. I'll be shocked if this doesn't beat the 44.3, to be honest. We'll use DRS on the main straight and the camel straight. We'll stick to real life DRS rules. Down to turn 1 we go. Got absolutely no brakes, which is something I'm going to have to get used to. So we've had an absolutely shocking first sector, but this car's strength is in the middle. Sector 2 is going to be where we're going to put it all back. I mean, this ain't too bad on the straights. The hybrid power does a bloody fantastic job of pulling back. As you can see, we're up to 315 already. We're going to probably hit 330 plus, so it's going to be the fastest car on the straight by some margin. Into Lake Hall. Oh, again, struggling with the brakes there. It's just going to take me a minute to really kind of rewire my brain memory through Lake Hall Malmedy into turn 8. There we go. Turn 9, no name. Nicely done. Pull on. Can we go flat? That was insane. Whew, my god. Down to 5th. Steady, steady. Stab low. A bit of front understeer as we bottom out on the curb a bit there. We can take a breather now and prepare the brake zone, the bus stop. Let's find out. Let's see what kind of top speed we hit. I reckon about 323, 22 maybe. No, not as high as that. On the brakes. Oh, outbroke myself there a little bit. It's going to take me a while to get used to that. Anyway, up to the line. Let's see what our first lap is. 44.3. Wow, with all those mistakes. So we're going to smash it out of the park. The question is, how fast can we really go? I think that'll do. 43.3. Probably more time in it. That final bus stop is really tough. The car feels so heavy and slow in very low speed. Same as turn 1. Those two corners are so difficult for this car to get that rotation going. Even the 2011 car compared to the 04, the weight difference, you can feel it. The 04 is really nimble, you know, in all of those kind of slow corners. But anyway, 43.3, a full second faster, and probably a bit more in it as well. But anyway, that's your lot.